The views and opinions expressed on this program do not reflect the company, owners, management, staff, clients, or partners.
It's Monday, the 9th day of September 2024. Welcome to Bermuda's Daily Talk Show. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical Lindos, and People's Pharmacy. I'm Jamel Hartman. She's Teray Tall, and Maya Palacio will be with us in a bit to bring you the latest in the news break brought to you by People's Pharmacy. Teray, what's poppin', player?
You tell me. How are you feeling?
First off, do people still say poppin'? Like, what's poppin'?
You can say whatever you want. Yes, people still say it.
Okay, cool. I don't want to lose my cool points, but I'm good. I am. I'm tired. I went to Buju Banton last night, and so I had a good time. Great start to my birthday week. I was celebrating 1,000 episodes today. I know people always said when we first started this show that I'm so grumpy, I don't smile, but as you can see, smile off my face today, man. I'm happy. I'm happy to be here. How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I went to see Beetlejuice.
Really? Okay. So the original Beetlejuice, didn't that come out in the 80s or something? And
yeah.
The follow-up to that?
No, I don't think it's not a follow-up. There's nothing new.
Okay.
It's just a new Beetlejuice. But Tim Burton is awesome, so the movie was great.
Okay. So you would recommend it?
Yeah.
Okay. So Ray went to Beetlejuice. Anybody else went to check Beetlejuice? Let us know. But no, we're excited to be here, and we're gonna have some fun today. So before we get started, though, I just think we were not on air all last week, and grateful to the TDH team in the background, especially Maya, for doing her part and making sure that the Daily Hour somehow contributed to the conversation of a missing woman, Janet Nicholas, who. As of this morning, Maya will provide more details in her news break, was named as the missing woman that the police found over the weekend. So just want to send warm thoughts, condolences, and wrap your arms around the community and family of Miss Nicholas. Very sad to hear that, and we just don't like to discuss these things, but just sending love to everyone impacted by her loss. Also, before we jump into today, I just want to say happy belated birthday to Raj. Rajay had a birthday a few days ago. So I want to give a big shout out to my boy, the Raj, happy birthday to him. And then, of course, we had another birthday yesterday. The elderly Teo Dill had his birthday. Well, if you didn't know Teo and I, you'd probably think, do these two even like each other? The truth is we don't. I mean, no, I'm joking. But Tay, that's my boy, man. Happy birthday to Teo as well. Celebrate it. So if you see Rajay Teo, make sure you give him some birthday love. And let's get to some comments to Ray before we even go into everything. David Michael Wilson, he says, morning TDH family and crew, happy 1,000. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you very much. Karen Simmons says, good morning TDH family. Happy 1,000th episode. So blessed and grateful to be here to celebrate with you. Thank you. We are happy to have you with us. Deborah Pankton says, congratulations, 1,000. Good morning. And we've got Rosalind Famous. Morning. Derek Hendrickson says, happy 1,000 TDH. Congratulations, TDH, says Kathy Rogers. Shayna Smith says, good morning. Happy 1,000 episodes. Thank you, Shayna. And Kathy Rogers, 1,000. That is amazing. Nicole Haskell says, 1,000 episodes. Well, time to win an Emmy for Best Morning Talk Show.
And then look at Suzanne Ingham. Suzanne Ingham says, awesome Monday, Jamel, Ture, and Maya. Welcome back. I missed you. Please don't do that again. You were MIA, missing in action. I missed you too, Suzanne. I was like, where is she?
She did, trust me. What else you got? Shawnette Bell says, congratulations on 1,000 episodes. Thank you, Shawnette. Sherry Dill says, happy 1,000th episode, TH. Congrats on a huge accomplishment. I have enjoyed watching the show grow. Renee Simmons says, good morning, TDH. Congratulations, 1,000th episode. Thank you, Renee. And Kathy Ann Pangton, good morning. Congratulations, TDH, on 1,000. And thank you, David Michael Wilson, who just became a YouTube member. You too can become a member and support us if you choose as well. And got some birthday shout outs. Suzanne Ingham says, awesome birthday, Rajay and Teo. And Shayna Smith says, some amazing people are born in September. And a happy belated to Shayna as well. So let's get into the question this morning. We've got quite a few questions. And don't forget, Maya will be coming up with her news break in a few. But let's ask the audience, Tori. And, you know, Tori, most people who have become co-hosts on this show have actually been on the show as guests. I think everyone except Larry. Myself, right? So here's a question for the audience as we celebrate 1,000 today. And we're going to give away, hopefully everyone received the email this past weekend, because the email not only had the questions, but it had the answers in it.
Oh, I've never gotten a test with the answers in it.
Exactly. Yeah, and people were shocked. They were like, we got quite a few emails. Did you mean to send the answers? Yeah, we sure did. I didn't have it like that in graduate school, undergrad. I had none of that. My whole school career, no one gave me the answers. The point is, all you had to do was subscribe. We made it easy for you. All right, so we'll ask some of those questions. But before we do that, audience, let us know, what is the most memorable, who is the most memorable guest we've had on the Daily Hour? Who, in your opinion, who is the most memorable guest we've had on the Daily Hour? Who would you say is the most memorable? While you think about that, Teray is thinking too. She is. So we're going to go back to the audience. Michelle White says, congratulations for serving our community in an informative and entertaining way. Looking forward to witnessing your 2,000th show. I'm stepping away, but we'll be back.
Aww.
Hopefully you're not stepping away for long. Charmaine Richardson says, happy 1,000th episode. Good morning and congrats to the H family. You guys are the best, says Rashida Godwin. Thank you, Charmaine and Rashida. We've got Alicia Kirkpatrick says, congratulations, TDH. Keep up the awesome job. Thank you. Aline Swan, happiest 1,000 episode. FYI, you were sorely missed. Go. Emily Dill says, good morning. Congratulations on your 1,000th episode. You are doing an amazing job. Thank you, Madam Dill, Reverend Dill. We appreciate it. Jennifer Butterfield says, congrats, TDH, on 1,000 episodes. Keep up the good work.
Jamel, I really hope that as you're going through these comments, you're really soaking in this gratitude, because you have been a constant on the Daily Hour since day one. So I know you went to Buju last night, but I think you should give yourself a gift, or you should celebrate in some way, because this is your achievement. Although the Daily Hour is a community, it kind of centers around your vision and your work. So I wanted to take a break from our arch nemesis relationship and say congratulations to you and thank you for building this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful place and wonderful community.
I appreciate it.
Now we're back to enemies.
Thank you. And if you don't know what so folks, honestly, I you know me, I welcome a good debate. And Teray has definitely upped that. She's kept me on my, she will go and go. I'm like, my goodness, a boxing match is only 12 rounds. We're in 15. But no, I appreciate all of you. You guys have pushed me to try to improve the show regularly, to put it in a space where we can find new pockets to fill gaps. Having yourself and Maya on has created a balance. I love the fact, there's some big age gaps.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
It's either over 40 or under 30. So I'm lying because Perry's in her 30s. But I say that because I think having the odd different perspectives and respectfully being able to agree to disagree. Teray is the first person that asked publicly, I think she asked on the show, what are my issues, right? It might have been in the group, but I felt comfortable sharing what my main issues are when it comes to politics with her. Maybe because she comes across nice, then she comes at me hard. But grateful for you all. I think you all have done a phenomenal job of raising the level of conversation. I think everyone has such different skills when it comes to being co-host. I think just Sherry has such a common influence. I go back and speak about a particular show where I saw her react and I was like, how did she do that? Sancha, I mean, we just played a boxing ring when her and I's on because we are bound to disagree. And I think the way her and I engage is almost like she sees me as the little brother she never wanted when it comes to certain things, because she looks in the air like, he didn't just say that. Larry is so measured. He's so measured with the way he approaches conversations. Teo is just going to be Teo. I think Teo and I, look, man, I can't say enough. I'm not even going to get into it because talking about that brother makes me get emotional in a whole different way. Mia has just brought a level of, I spoke about Mia the other day. I think what I really appreciate about her is she will bring a conversation, but if she doesn't know something, doesn't know. And I'm just like, that's what we need. Honesty with ourselves first. I can't say enough about Maya. I used to say Taylor Jr.
My girl.
I think Maya has really taken, when Maya started, and you saw it last week in the video when she started this show, the news wasn't what it was today. She took it, grew it, put it into a space, and Teo hasn't changed much of what she's done. He's has taken what Maya's done, and we've raised it. And those of you who don't know, Maya also does the social media and the like, so I appreciate it. And finally, to you, as I said on this show, I remember saying to Maya last year, look, I think we should ask Terea if she'd be interested. Oh, Terea, she's already studying, or she said something. She's focused on school. She won't have the time, or something like that, she said. And when you reached out this summer, I must say, I was like, oh, really? And excited. Touched Maya. I two people I always consult or hit up is Maya and Sancha. And I hit it, just like, yeah, let's go for it. And honestly, I don't think people understand the group, right? But not just on this show, but what you've brought to the group is really impressive. A fearless young 20-something-year-old who is not afraid to take on conversations and other perspectives. The confidence that you bring with you, your data and research.
That you don't read?
Right. I think it's important to have this balance. So thank you to Ray. Thank you to everyone who's a part of this team. And let me not forget Phil, because I know people don't see his face, but Phil does a lot in the back as well. We've also got Simone, who now arranges the guests. Simone has done a fantastic job. Keitha, who makes sure we can continue this show and go on. But also, and I'll touch on this a bit later, the sponsors, the partners who trust us to do this. And we would not have any of this without the audience. And so we appreciate everyone who continues to trust us to have these elevated conversations. And so I appreciate you. I definitely am humbled by this. But yeah.
And we appreciate you too. I mean, you just went through a list of some of the most talented people in Bermuda who trusted you enough to join the Daily Hour because of your collaborative mindset. So even though we appreciate the things, I still want you to take some time today and just congratulate yourself, congratulate yourself. Oprah was the one who said, if you don't celebrate your successes, then they will slowly slip away from you. So I want you to know that this is a really, really big success for you. And we're so proud of you on behalf of all of us. I have approval to say that from all the co-hosts. We're all proud of you. Even Cherry.
Don't worry. I got a picture of Sherry and I at the Buju last night. She didn't want to dance close to me though, but we were in public. We were seen in public, but I had a good time. But thank you all, honestly, for trusting me. Let's go back to the audience. Charles H. Jefferson II says, good morning, TDH. Congratulations on 1,000. Although for me, I think it's 994. So let's Derek Hendrickson says it used to be in the back of the math book. What's that a reference to? I'm sorry.
I have no idea. We lost track there.
All right, cool. Let's go. So we asked, who is the most memorable guest we've had on the Daily Hour? Who is the most memorable? Hadley and Swan says Bruce Swan and Ewart Brown. I wonder why Bruce Swan. But yeah, Bruce was an awesome guest when he came on. He's a lawyer and he spoke about estates and the like. And Ewart Brown, yeah, Dr. Brown is always a great guest. David Michael Wilson says John Swan is always a legend. So I appreciated John Swan. Charles H. Jeffs says, great point. Teray Jamal is the thread. Thank you, Charles. Appreciate it.
He's blushing a little bit. He's trying to hide it, but he's blushing a little bit.
Michelle White says, Mr. Simmons is always my favorite, letting us know where we are as a country when no one else tells us. That's Craig Simmons. Craig Simmons is honestly one of my favorite people. He's a straight shooter. He doesn't discriminate as he speaks about the economy.
As an academic.
Absolutely. And we love academics on this show, the Taylors and the Terays. We love them, even though we argue with them, right? And we debate with them. We love academics. So I appreciate, love having him on. Speaking of which, we must have him on soon. I mean, we haven't had him on since the beginning of the year. Says Paula Cox, Shawnette Bell says, Paula Cox. Oh, I loved having Madam Paula Cox on. And I kind of felt bad when she spoke about how hard I was when she was premier. And I'm like, I've never given any premier a break. Seriously. Any premier going back to Dr. Brown has never had it easy from me.
And would they want it easy? Like, I'm confused. And people say, oh, go easy on me. Like, why would you want someone to go easy on you?
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's just my nature, though. That's my nature. Jackie Yu says, ditto Teray's comments. Congrats on reaching 1,000. Wow, thank you, Mark Arthur C. Phillips, for the $10 donation. We appreciate you. He says, watching TDH is a part of my daily routine. This show is truly needed for our community. Jamal and team, thank you for all your hard work. I look forward to another 1,000 episodes. Thank you. Phil Trott, Uncle Phil. Good morning, team. Happy 1,000 episodes, gang. Congratulations to you, Jamal, and your vision and commitment. And I want to say this. Charles made a point. This is his 994. I don't know if anyone remembers. This isn't my 1,000th episode because the one person to fill in for me, well, I'm lying, Maya as well. I'm getting in trouble with Maya. I was about to say Phil's the one person filled in for me. That's not true. Maya has too. So Maya's filled in for me. She can correct me if I'm wrong. I think 3 times. And Phil filled in for me about 3 times. So I'm on 994 as well, Charles, I think. So yeah, Phil is a blessing in the background, always willing to assist when he's able. Kathy Ann Painter says, Teray, this is why I tune in. The dynamics you all provide help set my tone for the day. You're an awesome family. So I want to touch on that family thing because some of the crew thinks I'm grumpy with what I'm about to say, Teray. So I've always said, and I get emotional, so don't try to.
It's okay to get emotional. What's wrong with that? Let's cut that talk.
See how she is, folks. This how she is. She's like, no, you better be. It's okay. We're human. But no, I say, I always say when we're doing this, to everyone on the TDH team, we ain't a family. We're a team of people who, share a vision and we share goals in terms of how we want to impact our community. And I think I took that from some of the jobs I've had, especially in the US, where it's like so cutthroat, like you're just another number. But I actually think, and Teray will tell you in our group, my mind can be changed, folks. The way I feel today may not be the way I feel tomorrow due to more information when I choose to read them. And I say that because I think we pretty much are a family at this point.
I would say you're right. Even before I joined the show, even as a commenter, I felt like the Daily Hour comment section has its own dynamics and they have formed a community in itself. So I think that's a true testament to the fact that there's some kind of family because there are subgroups forming because you guys have established a really strong level of trust. So, I would agree with that. And I think initially I'm also always like, family, I'm here to work. But this work is different. It's more than a job. And I think that's how you know that your passion and your purpose is kind of aligned. So, I would agree.
Yeah. See, you get me, right? It's like, I just, working in the US, I'm like, you ain't my family. My family love me. Something happened to me today. All right, but I think what we've created is a space where we actually do have a love for one another. We do care about each other beyond the goals and the results that most jobs exist for, right? So I say this today. I am proud, immensely proud of the family that we've created. And I tell you what, I've always been very chosen to look at this show as something sacred for a specific group within our community. And I think that's held us back. I take accountability for that. To reach 1,000 episodes and to have this going, I think that it's time to broaden and open up to the entire community, to welcome them in, and let them understand that this show is not just for you or me, but it's for everyone. I remember Sencha and I were talking about something on the show early last year or this year, and before you know it, you saw it was being suggested in public. I'm not saying that things are being done because of us. I'm not that arrogant to believe so. But if we're not having certain conversations publicly, then are they going to reach the masses? Are they really going to get there? And Maya's done a tremendous job of clipping stuff from this show, whether it's pickles on popcorn or, some rather different stuff where it's about policies and legislation. I just think that there's a team of people that have created a family environment where I am very confident that with or without me can go on and on and on. And so we're celebrating 1,000. And I know we say the next 2,000, but I'm saying thousands more. Look at most of the morning shows, they've gone on. Regis and Kelly and Kathy and then Ryan and it goes on. So that's my hope that you guys can carry this on, long after I'm gone and or decide to, step away and do something else. But yeah, that's my hope. That's my hope. But let's get to Ray. Who was your most memorable guest we've had on the show?
I was thinking about it. I don't know if I can pick one.
Okay.
I really don't know if I can pick one. I would say the most memorable guests show up every day and they're the audience. Because, they engage with the guest. They make guest appearances when there is no special host. So I would say the audience is the special guest.
Okay.
The most special guest.
All right. I like that. I think it would be illegal for me to choose anyone, but let's look at the audience real quickly, see who some of their most memorable guests are. We'll ask a question that everyone would have received if they're subscribed, and then we'll bring Maya in for the Daily Hour news break. All right. So presenting them says there have been several awesome guests. Bermuda, what's that? BYT. I can't narrow it down that close. The best guests are Jamel, Larry, Maya, Teo, Sherry, Sancha, Rush, Mia, Teray, Simon, Keith, and we can't forget the kiddos of the TDH team. The TDH team are the best guests. Thank you. Honestly, we do. Craig Simmons says Traveling Trotty, most memorable. Philip Trott says +1 for Craig Simmons too. He provides a level of analysis some of us laypersons need. He's brilliant, honestly. Craig Simmons and Sir John Swan says Kathy Ann Pangta always appreciates their conversations. Charles H. Jefferson II says my favorite guests were Craig Simmons and the first time Sir John was on. And Graham Smith says, Craig Simmons is your best guest as he brings the real economic facts about Bermuda and the world. Sadly, our political leaders all seem to ignore the pronouncements either because they don't understand them or understand Mr. Simmons has a very little political weight with voters and understandably has no interest in creating this momentum. Wow. Craig Simmons seems to be number one.
I know. Popular.
Guest was your brother, always Craig Simmons. All right. So that said, let's ask a question. Let's ask a question, Teray. We had 10 questions, and the first person to answer this correctly.
Get ready.
Will win. And we'll tell you what the prize is after the show, after you send the email. But again, we have up to $1,000 worth of prizes we're giving away. And thanks again to all of our partners from mailboxes to BDC to BAC Group, Medical Lindos, People's Farms, all of them, and Mac. We appreciate them being us. But here's the question. Very easy question. Outside of myself, who is the longest serving co-host on the Daily Hour? He thinks
I'm
Okay, well, they all came, and the first one that what was the first one that showed up on the screen, Trey?
I see Nicole Walker, but are we taking points off for spelling or what? I mean,
I usually ask the audience, should we take a point off, and they always ride with the person who puts it first. But
okay.
Nicole Walker came up first, so Nicole Walker, congratulations. I don't know, do I have the air horn? Yeah, there we go, the air horn.
Burp, burp.
So congratulations, Nicole Walker is the first winner this morning. So she will send an email, Nicole, to the engage@thedailyhour.com, and we will make sure that you get your winnings. We have a lot more to give away, folks. So do not go anywhere. Stick around. We're going to, hopefully Maya's ready. We'll bring Maya in for the Daily Hour news break. And we've got a lot more conversation to go because we want to know some other things. When did you start watching? We want to know who's now been a guest that you'd like to see. What do you enjoy most about the show? So stick with us after the news break. We'll be back with more conversation.
Good morning. Good morning.
Greetings, M to the P. How is ya?
Man, I feel like Toya was gonna be back here like, oh. Thank God someone else could be mushy instead of me. I didn't feel like being. I'm joking.
She definitely brings out the yeah. I don't think anyone of the entire team has brought out emotions of me that's not anger. If that makes sense. When I mean people bring out my emotions, it's usually to argue and debate. She brings all of the type of emotions. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right,
good.
Watching to Raiders, people watching. We appreciate you. Sam P, what you got? You got a favorite, most memorable guest or anything?
Yeah, it's Olympian Devon, Coach Devon, man. Yeah, when he came on, I cried. That episode, I cried. Obviously, I mean, you guys know, I really do care about sports and stuff. So when he was going on talking about how, like, Bermuda doesn't really know us, or people that he coaches doesn't even realize that he went to the Olympics and stuff like that, and just giving his real opinions about Olympians and our athletes working toward it. And I just felt that, like, I felt the real emotion that came from him and Marshall as well. And it hit me hard. And I remember watching it and like literally crying because I was just like, this is so unfair. And just, but like, I feel you. I feel you. Like, I hear you. At least you're being heard from me. So that's how I felt on that one.
Okay. I like that. It's the emotional ones, the ones that connect. And yeah, I appreciate that. I'm still thinking. That's why I haven't answered yet, guys. It's not like I'm trying to make them speak. I'm still thinking because we've had so many people. I mean, I'm pretty sure, over 500 people as guests on the show. That's a lot of people. Mm-hmm. A lot of conversations. And we've had, our youngest guest was 6 years old, I think.
No way.
Yeah, she was 6. Her name is slipping me, audience, if you remember, but she was brilliant. Like, she spoke like she wasn't. And we've had some amazing people. I mean, young people in particular, some teenagers who are getting into entrepreneurship and the like. So I just love the trust that people have given us. I appreciate it. I see the editor, Dexter Smith, in the audience. He says, yes, she does. Not sure what that's in reference to, but look, I'm going to say it publicly. The editor and I have had our, whatever. We bump heads. But the fact that he trusted us to start this show as the very first guest, that gave me a lot of confidence that, okay, someone who is the editor of Bermuda's only daily, right? That to me made me feel like this show will have legs. And so we're not going to stop butting heads, Mr. Editor, but I appreciate that you gave us a chance from the beginning. But Maya, I know you've got some news for us. It's been a full week. Some ridiculous comments made by a union president, which I want to talk about one day this week. Mr. Chris Ferber. Yeah, we've got something to talk about. We've unfortunately found Miss Nicholas, as the police sheriff. And I hope that you've got some good stuff in sports for us too, right? We had some good stuff in sports last week, right? The Paralympics closed up.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely for today's news break, guys. I mean, it's our 1000th. And I remember even getting some comments. I'll never forget when Sancho Son Maddox was just like, Mommy, why is the news always bad? So try to bring in some good stuff for you this morning to keep the day light and also to try to keep us going. But obviously we gotta start out with the devastating news that hit the island. So intro to the news break, please, Jamal.
All righty, let's hit that intro.
Well, good morning, everyone. This is your Daily Hour Newsbreak brought to you by the great people at People's Pharmacy. So, an outcome that has clearly devastated family, friends, and the island in general, as the search for Mrs. Janet Nicklaus has ended after police discovered her lifeless body was found near the VZ Reserve, Southampton, on September the 7th. Here's a very short clip from police.
Police, including a K9 unit, attended the VZ Nature Reserve up here in Southampton to conduct a search, of course, for missing person Mrs. Janet Nicklaus. Now, during this search, an unresponsive female was discovered in an overgrown area just off of Rockaway Lane up here.
So at first they did not know, or they could not release who it was to the public. But since we have found out early in this morning that yes, it was Mrs. Janet Nicklaus. And if you recall, she was missing since Friday, August the 30th as well. And they extend their sincerest condolences to the family.
Yeah, when the police first reported it, you just wanted it to end differently. And as time goes on, you just know the chances of that happening are less likely. I always think of a person's last moments when these things are shared. And it hurts me to know that she may have felt so disoriented but lonely. So I just, again, if you know the family, the immediate community impacted, wrap your arms around these folks. Very sad to hear that, and not the outcome I'm sure anyone in our community wanted.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Moreover, in other news, you may have seen this, but if you are interested in canines and also the Bermuda Police Service, they actually put out a short little documentary about how the canines assist the police during their work. Here's a quick little video snippet of what it kind of looks like.
Ronnie, this is my canine partner. He is part German Shepherd and part Belgian Malinois. He's about 3 years old. He's a very boisterous boy. He loves to play, he loves to work.
The Bermuda Police Service's K9 unit has a long and proud history, dating back over some 70 years.
As dual-purpose dogs, they do the apprehension as well as the detection. The apprehension side of things is a use of force, and that has to be tight.
I worked at the airport many years ago, and I became fascinated with dogs, simply watching those dogs at work. They're incredibly intelligent, like they're just overly intelligent. If dogs are our only savior, I'm going with them over people, man. I'm sorry. Those things are brilliant.
I'd have to agree. I mean, coming from someone who worked at Noah's Ark as well for a very long time and actually having that relationship with the canine forces, and they came and they actually collected a lot of stuff from Noah's Ark, all the feed and everything for the animals. Sometimes you got to see them, bring them in. Amazing trainers, amazing like how it works. So it was quite a in-depth documentary, even showing how it's like been around for over 70 years as well, and just kind of what they do. So if you want to check that out, it's something definitely a good watch. Good watch indeed.
Thanks for that.
Awesome. So the next time you guys are in New York, you should probably keep an eye out because there are some really great murals going around with Bermudian artists. So let's take some deep dive into what's actually going on in New York City right now. There are commissioned artwork from 3 Bermudian artists now have their murals on display in some of New York City's most iconic locations. The initiative, in collaboration with Travel and Leisure magazine, shines a spotlight on Bermuda's art scene, positioning the island as a cultural destination beyond sun, sand, and sea. So the artists are Nair Bashar, A Feast for the Eyes, sorry, is his art. And that one's located on West 52nd, 7th Ave, Times Square, New York City. You also got Alshante Fogo, someone who you probably see a lot of her work as well. There she is in this video here. And there's Bashar there. And lastly also is Shanna Hollis. And she has a piece called Bermuda Through the Eyes of a Designer. So this was put on in collaboration with the Bermuda Tourism Authority as well. And the VP of Marketing and Communications from BTA actually said that one of their goals to get more Bermudians involved in like their marketing funds. So what people see, whether that be, behind the scenes, on the mic, expressing themselves, and also putting things through in art. So this is a piece here that they've put together. These artists are now out there in New York City representing themselves and representing Bermuda with their pieces out there on the vibrant city.
Yeah. I love that.
I love that too. And those are great hotspots in New York. Like that's not down yonder. Like those places get a lot of traffic. So
yeah, sounds costly, but hey, you gotta get them out there. I'm sorry, I had to. I'm just saying. But no, honestly, I love that, Teray. And like Teray said, that's some good. It should get some good leverage and coverage,
Definitely. And it obviously shows the name, the faces, people can get in contact with the artists too. So it's a very nice place to put them on the spot there. So kudos to them. And hopefully they gotten what they needed from their collaboration as well as artists. So meanwhile, in other news, the Premier is currently visiting the UK, Belgium, France, and Ireland to strengthen relations and support Bermuda's interests and engagement in the region. So you're probably wondering, like, okay, what's the point in doing this? What's the whole reason for it? So of the extensive EU visit, Premier Barrett said that Bermuda serves as a global model for international businesses. We are well known for as the risk capital of the world. And over the past 20 years, Bermuda has contributed around $300 billion in claims to European unions and U.S. policyholders and clients. So we hope to discuss Bermuda's strides and success in the financial services sector. This is really all to do with the point that we have now put in a corporate income tax as well. So obviously the Premier is going around still trying to foster those partnerships and relationships to showcase that Bermuda is still competitive and we are still a leader in retaining and attracting businesses as a premier international business. That's the goal. That's why they're going around right now. The legislation comes into effect on January the 1st of 2025. So the Premier is doing his rounds trying to keep things tight with us and the EU.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize that Bermuda was the third largest insurance market in the world after New York and London. That's a pretty big deal.
Could be number one if it weren't for certain politicians. But sorry, I'm not taking away from the Sean. Go ahead, continue.
Well, we got a lot of sports news coming in right now. So unfortunately, we're going to start out with the fact that Bermuda was defeated 3-2 to the Dominican Republic in the CONCACAF Nations League 4.0 opener. So here's just a little recap of what happened during the game for Team Bermuda.
In the 17th minute, Bermuda took the lead with a Kane Critchlow goal, giving Bermuda a 1-up against our opposition. The Dominican Republic responded and equalized shortly before halftime. In the second half, Reggie Lamb found the back of the net with a deflect shot from the left side of the box. Unfortunately, the Dominican Republic responded with 2 goals of their own to secure the victory. Head coach Michael Finley says it is extremely disappointing to suffer another cruel lesson in international football, given we created enough chances to gain the full 3 points, and in the end, we get no points. It is frustrating for all of the team as we have seen improvement on a number of levels as we continue to focus on being better each time we play, but that must come with results in the end. We now need to recover physically and emotionally and prepare for Antigua and Barbuda. It is essential that we get points to keep this group wide open as we look to gain as many points as possible over the next match and the October and November windows, then see where we are. The team's upcoming match against Antigua and Barbuda is on Tuesday, September the 10th at 5 p.m. Bermuda time. A victory in that match is crucial for Bermuda's hopes of progressing in the 2024 CONCACAF Nations League.
Ain't Dominican Republic baseball players? I didn't even know they played football. How are we losing to a baseball nation? I'm sorry.
But yeah, no, that's a hard loss to score first 2, like you're feeling on top of it, and then to lose 3-2. That's probably one of
Come on, fellas. Come on. Let's get back to the drawing board. Let's take it out in our next game. Let's do it. We can't. Nope, we're not having it.
I'm telling you, well, they're playing tomorrow, so put out some good luck to the teammates. If you know them, if you know the players, send them some message of encouragement. They need it going into this next game coming up. Now, as we know, and Jamal, you mentioned a bit of it, but yes, the Paralympics has closed and ended, and our 2 Paralympians did amazing, getting top 5 in both of their respective sports. So Yeshadi Silva Andrade finished 4th in Bocha, and then the 4-time Paralympian Jessica Lewis finished 5th in the T53 100 meters. So incredible performances from
Good
both
stuff. Congratulations to them.
And closing out a little bit in some more sports, field hockey team. So Bermuda is actually going to be hosting the Pan Am Challenger field hockeys here on the island from September the 21st to 28th. And the team has been announced now. So we'll get that to you guys in this coming week. But the teams that will be coming to Bermuda to play some really big hitters. We got Brazil, Guyana, Mexico, Peru, and Paraguay coming to Bermuda to play in these challengers.
Maya, are you retired?
I was going to say, are you going?
I'm retired, but I'm not playing.
Oh, okay. There's hope, folks. There's hope. How's the weather looking?
Weather today is looking pretty good, pretty high. A little bit of cloudy covers at sometimes. A little bit of showers are going to be a little bit likely as well, but you should still be able to see some sun out there today. We got a high of 85 degrees as well, so humidity.
Yeah, gotta miss that. Teray, days of the year, what you got for us?
So I have a question though. Maya and maybe Jamel, did you guys have Care Bears when you were growing up?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
You had a Care Bear, Jamel?
Yeah, like if you grow up with like girls that I did and we had the Care Bears, yeah.
Well, today is National Care Bear Share Day. So but no, seriously, like so like
day for it?
Yeah, it's one to celebrate the collectibles. It's one to celebrate the dolls, but also to encourage sharing kindness and joy and celebrate something. So I felt like that was very relevant, especially for today because we're celebrating so much.
I didn't share my toys.
You didn't?
I'm not surprised.
See how they treat me, folks. This is what I get in the back. This is what you'll see. I had to. That's why I got put in team sports when I was young because I could, pass the ball, Jamal. They'd be put it this way. If I was younger, they'd be saying, "Pass the ball, Kobe, to me." That's what they'd be saying. Because I was like Kobe Bryant when he was young. Like Kobe weren't passing the shot. So that's how I was as a kid with my toys.
I still need to play you one-on-one, Jamal.
What's that?
So I still need to play you one-on-one because I ran.
All right, folks.
Here
it is. Maya and I will have our one-on-one game when we're in the same location. I'm tired of the talk. We will have this one-on-one game.
You're the one talking.
You mentioned it just now.
You be talking when I'm not on screen though. So now I'm on screen. Now you got something to say back.
This is true. But all right, Maya, Jamal, let's get the flyers ready. Teray, you want to be the referee or you know basketball, right?
No,
I don't know.
No offense, Teray. No,
I don't know basketball. Oh wait, I think I can be very objective. I just don't know the rules.
No. All you gotta do whenever you see me with the ball and I miss a shot, just call a foul that Maya fouled me. That's all you have to do. That's the rule.
No, I will not be bought. The rules will lead the way. Man, but anyway, I was gonna say this basketball game has to be recorded. We need content.
It's gonna be a thing. Audience, please
put in the comments who you think will win, Maya or Jamal.
Exactly. Let us know who you think will win, Maya or Jamal. Let us know.
I was all-star MVP all throughout high school.
Maya, how tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
How tall are you, Jamal?
6'2".
Like 5'6".
Please, let's keep it real today. How tall are you for real?
It's like 5'6".
I could post up Maya.
Okay, I'm 5'9", so I think even if I don't know, I could probably beat you guys if I don't know the rules of basketball, just because of the height.
Oh my! It sounds like we're going to be having a daily hour basketball tournament. By the end of it,
Enfield.
Jamal and Teo, it's over.
You underestimating us. All right, it's on. We've got Teray, Mia, Maya, Sherry, and Sandra against Phil, Teo, Larry, and Jamal.
Oh,
I'm on their team. Actually, I'm on Maya's team.
I will actually do that. I will do the women versus the men because I believe in the women that we could actually beat you guys. You guys will tire yourself out so quick. Furman at the mouth. I'm sorry, we
Mike,
gotta get on with the show.
Mike, you gotta go.
My Aries energy come out right now, Jamal.
We've got to take a break, but you're gonna stay?
Sure, I'll stay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna continue, but while we're taking this break, folks, we've got another question for you. All right. Who was the first sponsor of the Daily Hour? We'll tell you who the winner is when we come back. Stick with us if I can find that commercial break.
Let's face it, life can be a little wild, but shopping doesn't have to be. I choose People's, so that whether it's a prescription that needs to be filled, a toy for my little terror, or a gift for a new addition to the family, we'll see about that. Everything's available in one convenient location. Some call it People's, I call it my one-stop shop in the city. People's, we're here for you.
Welcome to the new bulk store, Lindo's Next Level. Wake up in the morning with enough coffee to keep you running throughout the entire day. Your pet at home deserves the best. Stock up on dog food to keep your puppy happy. Need a quick tasty lunch at home? Your chicken nuggets will be jumping right out of the freezer. What's a movie night without popcorn? You can never have too much. Lindo's Next Level. Why go anyplace else?
Unlock your business potential with BDC's General Microloan, offering up to $30,000 for Bermudian small and medium businesses, whether it's for inventory, working capital, or equipment. We provide 100% guarantee on approved loans. Simple application, low interest rates, and fast processing. Apply today and make your business dream come true.
Summer is almost here. Dive into the season with dog floats and dog pools. Enjoy 20% off West Paul's dog floating toys and shop our life jackets for safety in the water this summer. Get all your summer needs before the holidays and events begin. Don't forget to stock up on poo bags and check out Dicky Bags, the poo bag holder that locks in the smell until you can dispose of it. Remember, even dogs need sunblock, so visit Noah's Ark today, Bermuda's most trusted animal supply store for all your summer essentials, and ask us about our rewards program.
You think you know Bermuda? Well, put your knowledge to the test on Bermuda Trivia, the game show. Whether you're a history buff, a culture connoisseur, or just love your island and people, this is your chance to shine. Show off your skills, win cash prizes, and prove you're the ultimate Bermuda expert. Don't miss out. Your spot on Bermuda Trivia awaits. To be considered as a contestant, register by sending us an email at contact@bermudatrivia.com. Registration deadline is September 10th.
All right, welcome back to the big show. Thanks again to every last person who's rocked with us and stuck with us. But she's Teray Tull. She's Maya Palacio. I'm Jamal Hartman. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical Wells, Lindo's, and People's Pharmacy. Do not forget to subscribe on our website. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. So someone asked me what is on the shirt that I'm wearing, and I think Teray will be proud. So if you don't know, if you've just tuned in, if you have no idea who I am and how I think, I don't apologize for what I'm about to say, but I'm extremely pro-Black. Like, I am Black in everything I do. That doesn't mean I hate other people. It just means everything I do, I do it with intention of inspiring people who look like me. So this shirt, I just came across, I think my boy DeVray sent me a link. He usually finds this stuff. So I'll stand up and show you. It's basically a shirt. I gotta move the mic. Without Black inventors, you wouldn't have these. And so it's got every little square is a different Black invention. And I think stuff like this is important for myself to remember what our ancestors did for us. Because I know a lot of people have congratulated us on what we're here doing today. But I got to give a shout out. I have to give a big shout out, because without 3 Black men, this show would not be here, right? Without the likes of Glenn Blakeney and Elroy Smith and Scott Pierman, these guys took a chance on me. They let little old Teo Dill and Jamal Hartman, young 20-year-olds, seriously,
really little.
Well, we were very little in height too. Yeah, we still argue about who's taller. But I say, in all seriousness, and that's why I mean what I say publicly. And Maya will tell you, I from the time I met her, I know I'm not going to be doing this forever, but I want to create a space where like them, they allowed us to go out and branch out and do things. And I hope that people understand that before Glenn, at that time in Bermuda, before Inter Communications, in a majority Black country, there were no real Black-owned media companies at that time. Yeah, the Bermuda Recorder many years ago. So those gentlemen have done a lot in this space, and I'm here to give people their flowers while they are still here. I don't know what more to say other than thank you to them for providing the opportunities. And Maya still does work with Mr. Blakeney as well. So had to give that shout out. But I want to say something on basketball before we get back to the conversation, because I got another question. I don't know if people know this, but I remember watching The Breakfast Club years ago, and they would always talk about how short Charlemagne was. And I remember the first time I met Maya, the most shocking thing to me, I didn't realize, she was almost as tall as me. Then when I met Teray, I was looking up, and I'm like, I think the only person on the show that I can say I'm taller than is Senja. How about Mia? Anyway, folks, if you've never met me, I'm 6'2". If you have, I'm not intimidated by their height, okay? I appreciate that I can look up to them, and not just height, but also intellect, ability, work ethic, and so many other things. But the basketball game will be on. And all you people out there who are talking about for Maya and she'll win, and even my own sister, I don't know what my sister's talking about here. But
that's a smart woman right there.
Christmas
That's a brilliant
is
woman.
different this year, sis.
There was more comments. You just don't want to put them on the screen.
Oh, you can put them on, Maya, because I can't see them. I can't see them.
Yeah. Okay, wait, hang on. Let me find them for you, Maya.
Why?
So Dexter Smith says, sorry, cuz, but I'm going with the athlete. Period. Renee Simmons says, Maya for sure. Was it even a question? Karen Simmons, Maya for the win for sure. Jamel would lose even if Maya was blindfolded. Whoa.
Let's go. We got to do a giveaway. We got to do a giveaway. So we did ask, who was the first sponsor of this show? Someone said OneCom. So One Communications was our first major title sponsor. They were our first title sponsor. But the first company to take a chance on this show was Lindo's. And I just want to send a lot of love, like my arms, love to Zach, Lindo's, and the entire team. If there's a company in Bermuda that gives back to the community more than Lindo's, show them to me. Lindo's has done an incredible job of, even when things went bad during the pandemic, they have done an incredible job of engaging the community, whether it's supporting football. They've done that. They've supported the the cancer hospice. They've just done so many things, and I am grateful to them, because without them starting, a lot of people won't know this, and I'll share this interesting fact. No one got paid on the daily hour the first 3 months of this show. We were doing this for free. Lindo's changed that. And so when we ask, if you want to support us or subscribe and so on, if you appreciate the work that we're doing, it's not easy. I remember, saying to Maya, how long it takes you to do like a short news break? You might see her for 5 to 10 minutes, but folks, putting that stuff together.
Yep.
Maya was not here for the Olympics. It was a stressful time for me. Teo, putting that together, it's not easy. So what you see is more than just the hour. So I just want people to want to say thank you to Lindo's. Thank you to Medical House, to One Communications, our first title sponsor, the VAC Group, Mailboxes, People's Pharmacy. Tamara, I can't thank them enough. NMAC, Noah's Ark, Friesenbrook, who have brought a level of conversation in terms of how insurance works to get people to understand. Don't wait till the hurricane comes. Right? So, we appreciate you. We are grateful for you. We're thankful. And I hope I didn't forget anyone. If I did, trust me. My head, not my heart. And let's get another question in, though, guys. I want to get another question in. So Kathy Rogers was the winner of that. So Kathy, congratulations. Yes, yep. If we didn't get you, Nicole, please forgive us. We have no format today, folks. Trust me. So that was Kathy. Let's go to the giveaway tool. Let's do the giveaway. Let's do a giveaway, folks. Hashtag the Daily Hour. Let's do a hashtag the Daily Hour. Plus, we'll ask another trivia question. How's that?
Okay.
All right. So I'm not going to ask who's the shortest on the show. That would be Teo. But anyway.
Would it though?
I have no friends on this show, I'm realizing.
You do have friends. You definitely have friends. You have people who love you so much that they will tell you the truth.
Didn't we just talk about family and all that there in the beginning?
Yeah, like, come on.
That seemed to have changed. All right. Well, let's do this one. Let's do this one. Who once told a story on this show about eating horse meat? What?
That was the day.
Horse meat?
I remember being in the background like,
who once told a story on this show about eating horse? I'm sorry.
That is crazy.
You don't remember that clip, Teray?
Horse meat?
Yes. Oh, Maya, you don't have that clip, do you?
I probably
I need to rethink my decisions.
Hand, but oh man.
All right, Traveling Trotty gets it. Teo is the one who told the story about eating horse meat on the show when he was living in Germany, was it, or Switzerland? I think it might have been Germany when he was in Germany, but congratulations, Traveling Trotty. It was definitely Is that not the most Teo story ever, though?
I was shocked.
And Traveling Trotty put it in all caps. And I feel like she did that intentionally just to let us know that she thought it was bizarre.
Look, Tay, you can. We'll clip that for people who missed it. Let's do a giveaway. So, Traveling Trotty, congratulations to you, Teo. And again, folks, you can win more than once this morning. We're having fun with it. But I got another question for the audience while we do that. Is when did you begin watching the Daily Hour? When did you begin watching Daily Hour? Maya, you were a guest on the show like within the first month, I think, right?
Really? I can't remember.
I think May or June. I remember going back and I found a clip and how young she looked. She looked so young and innocent back then. I remember I screenshot it and said, she's like, what you sending that for? That's how she responded to me. I was like, wow.
I was like, why are you giving this to me?
Look, that's when she is young and innocent, Now she's just, whatever, Jamal.
She's still young and she's still innocent.
I don't think I was ever innocent.
Her words, not mine. Her words, not mine. All right. When did you first begin watching the Daily Hour? Do you guys think we should do the hashtag giveaway real quickly?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Let's see if I can find the drum roll. Yep, that's the drum roll. All right. Let's do this. Let's do the drum roll. All right. Let's see. Who's it gonna be? Let's see. Big money. Big money. Big money. Big money. Big money. All right, Shanna Smith, birthday girl.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats to you. Let's get Shanna in there. Shanna, you are another winner. And again, I will give you some instructions following the show. So congrats, you're the first winner for the giveaway. Well, what's that thing called? The hashtag giveaway this morning. But when did you start watching the Daily Hour, audience? When did you start? And we've got October 2023, so not even a year, Suzanne. Yeah,
that's what.
The way she engages, you would think she's been around since day one, huh?
Nah, she was definitely in my comments when I was on.
Maybe she means when it became a ritual for her, like when she started watching it like daily.
Maybe. Wait, no, I'm thinking about when I came on as a news person. But that was still May. That was May of 2022.
Yeah.
You were definitely in the comments, Suzanne, and congratulating us on our second anniversary for the Daily Hour. Okay.
I'm not going to argue, Day one says Traveling Trotty. Yes, a day one. Pilot episode. Yes, remember that pilot episode. Man, when Maya, so when we did the clip last week, I don't know if people saw it, but Maya was like, think back. And I was trying to be so like not self-critical, but I had a green screen and I didn't have the lights. And if you don't have the right lights for a green screen, it's going to look bad. And you know how people say, well, the audience isn't going to know the difference, but you do? Man, we've come a long way, Teray.
You have. I actually watched your election special last night when you had Teo Dale, Carla Zul, and Nikisha Khan.
Oh, that was a great.
And I really loved it. You guys, I mean, I will say there was a lot of foreshadowing going on because you talked about leadership challenges in the PLP. You talked about how Premier David Burt has an unenviable job to do because he has to keep a lot of people happy, and that's going to lead to some splits in the PLP, but also in the way the public perceives the PLP. So, I mean, you guys were on the money. You guys were definitely in front of the 8 ball.
Thank you. And that was the year we started the show, 2020. And again, late decision that we decided to do that. And that was the first time I realized Teo needs to be back in this space full time. It took us a while, like Maya. But hold on, while we're talking about that, let's go there. Let's go there. So everyone who's on this show didn't just tell me yes, audience.
It took time.
It took time. And I'm going to start. I'm not going to pick on Maya first. But Sherry had actually reached out, I think, right before we started the Daily Hour. That was via MP Chris Famous, put us in touch. And it took a year before Sherry actually got on. So I think Teray and Mia have been the quickest we've done. Maya, can I tell the story, Maya? Because you think I don't tell it right.
Go ahead. Put words in my mouth.
I had asked someone, reach out to Maya, see if she's interested in coming on. I think she'd be a good fit. Basically, we didn't get a yes from Maya. A year later, I asked her to meet in person, and we went to lunch. Well, I don't even think we ate lunch, but we went to Lit, I think, up on South Shore.
Yes.
And had a chat. And I think it was around your birthday time, April or something like that. Yeah. And we finally got her on board. And that was the start of something. And let me backtrack because Sancha had started a month before that. Sancha took months to agree to come on, right? And when Sancha came, the first thing she said was, how about Maya Palacio? Well, no, she said Medium Maya, sorry. And I was like, she's like, yeah, I see her at Noah's Ark. I was like, well, we tried. And I was like, I ain't trying again. Somebody dissed me. I ain't going back. I really said that. I'm not going to lie. And I was like, okay, I did. But you and I had never had a conversation, so you didn't diss me. So I reached out and we talked. Larry's, a lot of people don't, Larry's very reserved, right? He loves sports. So I was trying to get him to bring some sports into this show rather than doing something differently. He was hesitant a bit because he doesn't like to take on the politics and stuff. But I have my bias because he's one of my best friends in the whole entire world. And we have a lot of private conversations. And Larry is one person who I have probably never, ever been upset with for keeping it real. And he's, I think having him on the team has been one of those things where they say you don't go in business with friends, but I think he's the one that is like, no, you shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't talk like that. He actually does a lot of that stuff. And I am so grateful for him. He does as a friend more than just as a colleague. And so having him on this show, he came on after, realizing he can make a contribution without getting into the politics and so on. Who else is there? Teo, Rajay. That took years. I'm going to be honest with you. It took years to get them to come on. I think Teo was trying to decide whether he wanted to get back into this space or not. It's stressful. It's a lot. I always tell the story how my mom picked me up from the airport one time in Bermuda, and we were listening to, I think, Everest DaCosta, the talk show. And she asked me, do I miss doing it? And I said, heck no. And she asked, why? And I said, because of everything that comes with it. Going back to what Maya said about Maddox's comments and just son about the news being said and so on. We take on a lot. These discussions are not easy. You have to have a good therapist or, something within you that can take it all. right? And I don't say that to be funny, but you do take on a lot. I remember Mr. Photogenic, the episode where apparently it was edited, me crying when the premiere was on. And he said, man, people sent me this. I can't even make a joke about this because you just felt it. And that show, for me, is really letting out the emotions of how I felt about Bermuda and Bermudians. And that's what I was trying to tell my mom is like, I take it on because I really care. So it's not easy getting up and doing this. It's not easy tomorrow or the day after when I address what Chris Furbett said. It's not easy because Bermuda's a small community. And I have an issue with what Mr. Furbett said simply because, and if you don't know what he said, I'll just say it in short, is you have members that are probably in the community that you didn't want to be around. I could probably say something like that, but I'm not representing people like that. So having to go across that person after you've spoken about something they said and then, the engagement, it's not easy in a small community. So I hope people understand that. I really do.
Jamel, you're right. It's not easy, but it's also not rational to do the work that you, Teo, and Maya, and every news correspondent does, because most people, this isn't just me saying this is research. Most people go through life with like a low level of awareness. But people who are sharing news, doing talk shows, they have to develop a high level of awareness to share with people who are doing low. So it's like high risk, low reward. And that's why a lot of people are like activists and people who are interested and passionate have to take care of themselves, because you're doing the work for most people in the country. Most people are not reading the news every day. Most people are not, reading the full news, maybe a headline, but to actually go into a deep dive, dissect it, discuss it, try to present a balanced perspective. That takes not only cognitive resources, but also emotional resources and maybe even spiritual, energetic resources that most people are just not doing. So you're doing work for thousands. So thank you, both of you. Thank you. You're right. It's not easy, but it's also not rational. And we need people who are doing it.
I want to know from a journalist perspective, though, for Maya, it must take a toll on you. And if you don't mind me saying, Maya, you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning working on stories sometimes that are emotionally draining. Like, how do you get through this stuff?
It's such a way, guys, because even this morning, trying to figure out, because we missed a whole week, right? What do I present as well? And also leaving space for maybe this is something I could bring in tomorrow. And also, just trying to decide on things that, some things might need more in-depth talk about than just making it a really quick 30-second something for today. Things like that, you gotta really balance and consider. And I'm sure Teo does a lot too. And even in the background, I'll be like, hey, Teo, can you actually do this news tomorrow in your segment? Can you flush this out a little bit more? Because I can't go into depth with it today. It's all of that. But yeah, just trying to be up on everything, reading everyone else's articles as well, whatever else has out, or just receiving things on a daily. Even when you send me things, Jamal, and my mom still sends me things. People still send me stuff. Even when I've already read it myself or seen it, I'll still accept it as if it's brand new to me and thank them, because it's always good to have. But it's still a lot. It's constant coming to you all the time, and it's just all right, I'll read it again. I'll see this perspective. I'll try to have this conversation next, yada yada. And again, because I'm independent and it's just myself most of the time when this news comes to me, it becomes a lot. And some days you do want to ignore it and just forget, but I have records about all the road fatalities. I look at them on occasion and I remember the names or faces as much as I can, when things come up or another person is brought up into conversation or something else happens, and I just remember and recall well, that's the same accident that this happened in this year, and that's the same accident, because it's just in my brain, because that's something that I'm kind of triggered by, but also very much aware of as well when it comes to our island safety and road safety. So when people might be hearing things for the first time or see stuff, and when we talk about schools or education and people come to me, it's this was said in 2020, this was said in 2021, and but most people are seeing it as brand new today when they're talking about either school closures or things like that. And it's just these aren't new things that are just popping up out of nowhere most times. They have been written, they have been said, someone's spoke on it, but not everyone's looking on a daily. So yeah, it is an influx of things, and your mind just starts to remember things that you didn't even know they could hold on to.
Indeed. Yeah, I feel you on that, getting the emails and people, when you go out in public, they think you want to talk about what you discussed on the show. That's a hard thing for me as well, because cop match last year, I'm up in the club and someone I know says, you just can't get a break from the show, huh? And I'm like, I just want to watch St. George's win the cup. And that's not happening. So, I mean, I don't need anything else. But Teray.
Well, I was going to say, I was with you. I was with you and Maya up until you said that. That was a delusional goal from the get-go. You can have your breaks, but you cannot watch St. George's win the cup. Let's be real.
Let's go to the audience. Day one, Karen Simmons at day one. Around the first month, Shanna Smith said she started watching the Daily Hour. Day one, says Nana Pamela Wade. Happy belated birthday to Nana Pamela Wade. She had a birthday last week. Happy belated. Linda Bogle-Meisner, she says from the beginning, props to you. You just got an award, Icon Award.
Yes.
Right? Gala.
Congrats.
We've got what else? I began watching TDH about June or July 2020, stumbled on it somehow and loved it ever since. We appreciate you. Nicole Walker says during the second month, and that was Michelle White before, sorry. Late for work for this, but this was worth it, says Shanna, who won a little prize, little situation. Helene Swan says, she says, May 4th, 2020. Kathy Rogers says, way back Carla Zool days. All right. Big up, Carla. And we've got October 23rd, 23. Yes, daily. October 20. I still can't believe that. I still can't believe that. Let's go back to the giveaway. Let's do another giveaway with the giveaway tool. Here we go. Let's how do I share? All right, let's do this. I think I did it, right? Okay, here we go. Let's hit the drum roll and see who's gonna keep doing the hashtag, folks. We'll do it. Let's see. Shanna Smith's in there. We're gonna do some more trivia too. All right. Rosalind Famous. Congratulations to you, Rosalind. Congrats. Big up to you, Rosalind. We will send everyone instructions. We're making some people late to work. Look, tell them, look, if your boss ain't tuned into the Daily Hour, that's on them. Don't take that on. Let's go to another question, guys. Let's go to another question. All right. This is an easy one. When we started the show, I remember saying to Carla Zoo, I said, I don't want politics. What I meant is I didn't want politicians. It was the height of the pandemic. And I wanted us to be able to engage with audiences about how they were feeling at the time and so on. However, one of the big things from the pandemic was travel, right? The tourism was taking a hit. Airplanes weren't coming in and out of Bermuda. And so it was only right that we had asked the then tourism minister to come on the show. So, question, who was that tourism minister and the first elected politician to appear on the Daily Hour? Who was it?
Oh, people are fast. They knew
what I was going to ask if they received it. So we'll just give it to David Michael Wilson, Zandy Silva. We'll give it to him. I kind of led you there, but we'll give it to him.
Yeah, did you even finish the question?
This is it.
They knew where I was going. All right. So, since they answered that quickly, we'll give another one. Mm-hmm. Which current team member runs an environmentally friendly business? How's that one? Which current team member runs an environmentally friendly business? Okay, Sheldon Fox, you quick. See, you all followed instructions. They followed instructions, didn't they? They subscribed. Okay, so Sheldon, we'll get you in there. Do you guys have any Daily Hour question you want to ask that we didn't have in there?
Give me a second.
Got anything? I've got one. I'll give you this. We all know that the editor Dexter Smith was the first guest on the Daily Hour on May 4th, 2020. The first person to answer correctly. Who was the second guest on this show?
Oh.
Who was the second guest that we had? I forgot until Maya had me go look for the first one last week. I will say this: many would know her or remember her. She was actually a TV personality in Bermuda at one point. Yeah. Does anyone remember? Who was the second guest on the second episode of the Daily Hour? No Teray, no Maya?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, wait, you said she used to be a TV personality?
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask another follow-up question?
Mm-hmm.
Is she related to you?
Nope.
Okay.
A TV personality.
I don't know if you guys will remember. You're very young to remember her.
Is she still a TV personality or she's done?
No.
Okay, yeah.
I'll give another hint.
Okay.
She no longer lives in Bermuda. Audience, you don't remember?
And this is a problem. This is a problem for the government, I think, because if we had a database that tracked the citizens who are no longer living in Bermuda, then I would have an option. So, I mean, this is a governmental failure in my eyes.
I'm gonna do something right now.
No, I have no idea.
No idea. All right, here we go. Let me pull something up. Give me a second.
TV personality no longer lives in Bermuda.
And by the way, Maya shared she shared video of me last week what I looked like on the first episode. So first off, it was the pandemic. I couldn't get a haircut. So that's why I had all this hair all over my head and face. But hey, it made me comfortable in doing this show as a come as you are kind of thing. All right, so I'm going to share it with you. I will share with you now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me share the first. I think I can share it with you. Let's see. No, it's not allowing me to share. Let's see. Let's try this. Hold on.
Are you trying to get up the first episode or?
No, I have the second episode up. It's just a matter of trying to show you guys. All right. No one has gotten it. So it was not Julie Matthew. It was not Carla Zill. It was not Janelle Ford. It was Vivian Craig, a Bermudian living in Australia. She used to be on VSB News. I believe she done weather over there. So Vivian Craig is her name today. I forget what her name was back then when she was on TV, but she was the second guest, and she was living in Australia. And if you remember, at that time, I believe that's when the wildfires were happening in Australia. So that's what she came on to discuss, being a Bermudian living in Australia. So no one got that.
No.
Yeah.
I don't see this episode.
Yeah, she was. I will send you the second episode. Vivian Craig, Bermudian living in Australia. All right, let's do another hashtag giveaway since nobody got that. How about that? And then we'll take a break. After the break, we'll come back and we'll do the daily play. All right, so let's do one more hashtag giveaway real quickly. Let's see. Let's hit that. All right. Oh, it's not on the screen, is it? My apologies. Is it going to be Karen Simmons? I don't believe her. She says that before this show, she never won anything. But she is a constant winner on this show. Congratulations to Karen. Congratulations to you. We'll ask another question and you can answer it while we're on break. All right, so let's go back to our drawing board, guys. All right. We all know who Maddox is, right? So we're going to ask, who in our audience has a son named Mason? That's the next question. And while you answer that, you can also tell us, I think Maya's going to love this one. Name someone who has never been a guest on the Daily Hour that you'd like to see on the show. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll do the daily play, wrap it up, and give you some final thoughts. All right? Stick with us. 1:25 seconds.
Did you know 3 out of 4 people say that they have a good understanding of life insurance? But do they really? When asked how much the yearly cost would be for a 20-year, $250,000 level term life insurance policy for a healthy 30-year-old, 80% overestimated the cost by 5 times the amount. Ready for this? The true cost for that policy is about $220 a year. That's as little as 66 cents a day, or $20 a month. So let's put this into perspective. Compared to other monthly costs, isn't getting life insurance a no-brainer? If you can trim back on some of these expenses just a little bit, it will allow you to dedicate the savings toward an affordable life insurance policy. Contact one of our life insurance agents today to find the right policy for you.
Take a look at our workwear for construction workers and tradesmen. Durable, stretchable in all the right places and plenty of options for tools and accessories. Paired with our wide range of tough and comfortable footwear, you can't go wrong. As you can see, Medical House really is a one-stop shop for everybody. We can't wait to see you.
See it all at our new expanded location on Bakery Lane.
Wake up, get ready. The Daily Hour starts right now.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning in the West and good afternoon, good evening.
That was classic. That was classic, Maya. Wow. Wow. Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello.
Look.
We had no intro.
No intro.
We just went live. We had the intro music playing. Yeah, that was a time. That was a time. All right, before we went to break, we asked who has a son named Mason of the current host, and I think Sheldon Fox answered it first correctly. He said Larry. So Sheldon, you go in again. Yes, Larry's son is named Mason. So you will try to be quick. Just now I tricked you. You thought I was going to say something about Sanchez Maddox. So let's put Sheldon in there twice. He's on a ball. But we also asked, audience, let us know name someone who's never been on this show, like been on this show that you'd like to see on. Come on, Maya Teray. Who do you want on that's never been on?
I don't know if she's been on. She probably has. I'm not going to say it now. Has Shiona been on the show?
No, she hasn't.
Then yeah, I want her to be on the show.
Yeah.
She's also done so. She also recently won an award for stylist. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, she recently won an award for stylist. And obviously, with all the Beyonce tour and like her name getting out there even more as much as it already has been, it's just been an incredible journey for her. And I would love to have her on the show and talk about all her pieces, why she picks them, how she picks them. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Okay, Shiona, let's work on that. Who you got, Teray?
I mean, I wish I had a Bermudian answer. I was going to say Oprah, my favorite. I love her.
Let's aim high.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's aim
Oprah, but I think Kathy Duffy has been on the show, right, to talk about insurance before. I'd love to see Kathy Duffy come on the show and talk about her journey, separate from insurance, because she's just such an inspiring person. My mentor. I love her so much, and I think just she has so much knowledge for Bermuda. So I'd love to see her again. And Big O.
And Big O. Okay. It's interesting. We're all saying women. One person I would love to have on this show that we haven't is the only living former premier who has never been on, and that's Dame Pamela Gordon. She's someone that I know is open to coming on. She just has not been on yet. But Dame Pamela Gordon is someone. Dame Jennifer hasn't been on either. But Dame Pamela Gordon, I would love to have her on the show. Let's see what the audience says. Charles H. Jefferson II says, I'd like to see Jamal as a guest with Teray and Sanchez as host. Oh, you just want to see them.
Oh, you want him to get bullied. You want him to get bullied.
Let's see what he wants. Yeah, I haven't been a guest on a Daily Hour, actually. Everyone else has had that privilege except Larry and myself. Derek Burgess, has Derek Burgess been on? He has been offered the opportunity to come on. He turned it down. He didn't want to come in the kitchen. It was too hot at that time. We love Cousin Derek. Big up Cousin Derek. Sonia Clark. Yes, Sonia is an entrepreneur. We know very well. We support Sonia. So Sonia is always welcome to come on. We know she knows that. Rosalind Famous says, it's been fun watching your technology evolve over the years. Yeah, Maya's got some new stuff we've got to look into. We might be on another platform soon, folks. So, no, we're always trying to improve. We're always trying to utilize the new equipment that comes about technology. Unless Keith or El Cheapo, as I call it, says that we don't have budget for it.
No, look.
Oh.
Don't be, I can't let you put that on her name. Don't put
Love you,
that on her
Keith.
name.
Love you, Keith. Sorry about that. Charmaine Friday or Carlos Santana, local artist. Yes. We would love to have them on. Yes, I know Carlos' work very well, and I know Carlos. So, yeah. Evra Davis, a Bermudian living in New York who just started a business venture in Africa. My cousin. Send the contact. Let's get him on.
Yeah.
Hadley and Swan says, Dale Butler. I think an invitation has been extended to Mr. Butler over the years, but he does stay out of the media, apparently, according to what I was told. But we're always welcome and open to having Mr. Butler on. Nana Pam says, Glenn Blakeney. Of course.
I agree.
We would love to. We would love to. We can start trying to make that happen. I'd like the parents or spouse of each TDH team. Yes, Pamela Gordon. Okay, spouse or parents. Okay. No, my dad would embarrass me. Yeah, he'll say something. Yeah, no, Daddy, you can't say that. Chris Ferbert to explain those comments. Indeed. We're going to address them this week. Again, we will address them. Misha Fabla says, current head of the regulatory authority. Is that Mr. Swan? Is it Craig Swan? Who's the head of the regulatory authority right now? Is it Swan? Rosalind Famous says, yes, bring back another girl takeover of the hosting. Yeah, that was Sancha and Sherry hosted once together, and they had Lana Young on as the guest. Remember that? And it was the first lady. Oh, because I think, Maya, you did the news that day. Yeah. So
yeah, that was a fun day.
Yeah, they ditched me. And you all didn't want to have me back. You didn't want to have me back. Michelle White says, what? After all this time, you mean we are cousins, Jamel? Every day is my cousin too? No, I know why I love this show. Who's every day? Oh, she means Avrod. No, that's the cousin of Renee Simmons. I was just reading what her comment. Sorry. I was confused. All right, audience, we've got to go. But guys, guess what? It's time for the Daily Play.
This is all you.
Brought to you by Trivia, now available at stores.
Maya, you can't leave.
Okay, what is it today?
I'll let you know. But folks, real quickly, what's today? The 9th today, so September 10th. Tomorrow is your last time. Last week episode was the first big winner on Bermuda Trivia. Got every question right. Congratulations to Angeline Butler. But tomorrow's the last day. If you want to be considered for a chance, look, you know how much Belco bills are. Mm-hmm. Easy money on Bermuda Trivia, help you go towards your Belco bills. All right. So just send an email to contact@bermudatrivia.com. Also, the game is available at stores throughout Bermuda. Follow Bermuda Trivia on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok to find out why it's Bermuda's favorite trivia game. All right, ladies, it's a Who Said It this morning. All right.
I'm not gonna get
Okay.
And to me, you're gonna get this, Maya, because it's a media quote. It's about media. It's only appropriate that it's a media quote. All right. Quote, and Maya, you've done this quote on this show.
Okay.
Quote, the media is the most powerful entity.
Malcolm X.
There you go. She ain't gonna get it.
That's my favorite quote. That's my favorite quote. Yeah.
Yeah, like this is a quote to me that it inspires me, it motivates me to get up and do this show daily because of the responsibility that we have in media. And yes, audience, there are times when backstage or after a show, Jamal, I mean, Larry's very hard on me with my language, right? But if he misses it, Maya's getting me, right? But I say that because accountability is a big part of this. We have a huge responsibility that we don't take for granted. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, I encourage every last one of my co-hosts. You're not here to agree with me. You're not here to patronize me. You're not here to make me feel good. We're here so that you can share your perspectives. I can share mine. The audience can engage and share theirs. And we can make progress as a community to fill those gaps, address those problems, and provide solutions. So the full quote is, the media is the most powerful entity on earth. They have the power to make the innocent guilty and to make the guilty innocent. And that's power because they control the minds of the masses. And that's Malcolm X. Mm-hmm. Yeah. that is one of my faves as well. But before we head out, we'll do one more hashtag giveaway. And while people are putting their last few hashtags in, Teray and Maya, and we'll start with you, Teray, and we'll ask the audience to share as well. This final question of the morning: what do you enjoy most about this show? Teray.
I enjoy the commentary. I don't think I've come across a platform in Bermuda that talks about things in the way the Daily Hour does. We're not shying away from difficult conversations. There's a true trust and kind of humanness that flows through the show. But also, I would say the audience. I feel like that's been my answer for a lot of these things. The engagement, which I think then informs the conversation and just reinforces the fact that these are true, authentic conversations about Bermuda, about our trajectory, about our past. And that reminds me of something that I read this weekend from Dijon Simmons. He wrote this really long Substack that I think is great. And in the Substack, he said that we talk about community as if it's something that doesn't exist or has existed in the past and doesn't exist anymore. But I think I enjoy the Daily Hour because the show has built community and continues to build it. So the conversations, the people, it's just an authentic community building project, which I feel like a lot of people are currently talking about, but very few are walking the talk. And I have to say that the Daily Hour is really doing a good job with that, because I mean, I'm just so tired of people saying we have to build community, nation building. And it's like, what are you doing? Like you're nothing. And I feel like the Daily Hour does a lot. So that's what I enjoy the most.
Maya, what do you enjoy the most?
The most that I enjoy about the Daily Hour, number one, I'm always going to say it, consistency. This show has been so consistent for such a long time. It's kept me being consistent as well. And I think just as this level of respectability to media that I am so proud to be a part of as a media entity and a media person. The second would be the fact that, when you join this team, you're not anchored down to it. This team allows you to grow, progress, work with others, everything like that. And the Daily Hour has just been so monumental to my life and my career in that way too. And I truly, truly enjoy, number three, what Trey said, the commenters, the audience who have stuck with us, who have told others about us and the show, and who come in to share their opinion. Recently, you would have saw the Streeters that Sancha did with Phil, and that last gentleman who just said, Daily Hour is having the hard conversations a lot of us are afraid to talk about. And I love that about this show, because we are addressing those things that sure might be uncomfortable to, discuss, or maybe people shy away from sometimes, but we're here, and we're here to discuss with you in a respectful manner, in a responsible manner, live, and to engage. And that's something you cannot find anywhere else in Bermuda.
Indeed. Thank you, Maya. Thank you. And honestly, man, I and keep your comments coming, audience. What do you enjoy most about the show? Actually, let me share these comments before I go and start blabbing. But Karen Simmons says, the communications with the audience and guests, solutions-based, is key for me. Thank you, Karen Simmons. Kathy Rogers says, TDH have great conversations. Thank you. That's, we try. Rosalind Famous says, sense of community, feeling connected to the island from afar, learning about resources available on island. Thank you for that, Rosalind. Nicole Walker says the authenticity, transparency, and integrity of the host and most guests. She said most guests. I love it. That's real, honestly. Says, are any of the previous TDH hosts tuned into the 1000? I don't know. Probably. I do communicate with some. Suzanne Ingham says the TDH team all engage in the conversation, which helped bring us Bermuda together. I just love the show. Awesome team, she says. And thank you, Suzanne. Thank you all, and keep them coming. And Renee Simmons says, did I read that Curtis Dickinson was supposed to be on today? I was a bit way briefly, so I could have missed something. No, he will be on tomorrow. Mr. Dickinson will be on tomorrow. All right. But I want to say this, honestly. I am humbled, Teray and Maya. I'm very humbled, but I'm also very thankful that we've been able to celebrate 1,000 episodes of the Daily Hour. Extremely grateful to our partners and sponsors who, they've given us a chance. They've trusted this brand to align with their brand. And that's not easy, The support that the TDH community gives us is extremely humbling. To know that, they could spend their time doing so many other things, but instead choose to engage with us regularly. I don't take that for granted. To all of you guys, my colleagues, past and present, both on screen and behind the scenes, I'm just thankful for your contribution and commitment to ensuring that this show exists, not only to improve our community, but to benefit everyone who is impacted by whatever is going on throughout Bermuda. We're Bermuda's daily talk show. Our goal is to improve the community one conversation at a time. So I want to thank everyone. You guys here with me, those in the back, those who are not on today, the audience, our sponsors. I want to thank you for 1,000. And I'm honestly looking forward to improving, number one, and completing thousands more. So thank you all for that. Let's go to one last time. We'll do another giveaway. Oops, I didn't take Karen down. I'm sorry. Let's do this. So this is how I do it, folks. You see what's on the screen? I just type in the daily hour, and like that, we're going to hit it. All right? So you saw that? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Suzanne.
Woo! Congrats, girl.
Suzanne Ingham. And I also want to give a shout out to Suzanne because Keitha said that Suzanne got her mug the other day that she won, and you gave a financial donation to us. And I'm sorry if you didn't want that made public, but we really do appreciate that because the work that these folks put into this, we're not doing it just for money, but we do need money to kind of be able to produce this. Teray went got a whole new damn mic that costs money. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate your contribution, and it doesn't have to be financial. Honestly, just a share, just a like, just a love. Before we head out, Teray and Maya, is there anything else you want to say to the audience?
Thank you. Thank you so much for sticking with us, for being a part of the show, because it's really not just us, man. It really does take a community to make this grow and build. The support has been monumental over the years, from, like what Jamal said, financially, or just tapping in, showing up, giving us a comment, sharing it to your family, friends, whatever. Thank you. Just thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, thank you for not only giving us your ears, but also your minds, your hearts. Like, podcasting is big, but that's just like a one-sided relationship. But on the Daily Hour, it really feels like we are all connected and one. We may not always disagree, and I think it's good that we don't agree on a lot of things. But I think that's what makes it special. It's a safe place to agree and to disagree, but a safe place nonetheless. So thank you.
Indeed. Want to say something real quickly. Shout out to Phil. So my mom passed away in January 2022. So we were almost 2 years into doing the show. And as you know, during the first commercial break, we have her picture up as we head to the commercial. And I actually was going to take that down on her birthday, August 20th of 2022. Keep it up. And it was Phil who said, why? No, we never stop honoring those we love. And exactly. I appreciate Phil for doing that, because without her, I know I gave a lot of props to Glenn and Elroy and Scott, but the sacrifices that my mother made, even my stepmom and my dad, in terms of allowing us to create a space to do this, man, you take a couple lifetimes to pay it back. So thankful for my aunt who just wrote, thankful for his mother's encouragement, because that's huge. I am me because of her. She gave up on all of what she wanted in terms of going overseas to school and college so that my sister and I can go and do that. So thank you for all those who recognize and appreciate that. But In saying that, folks, please don't forget to subscribe on our website. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. Thanks again to our partners, the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House Lindos, and People's Pharmacy for ensuring that we're able to do this with you on a daily basis. As always, we appreciate you, we love you, and we thank you for making us part of your daily routine. If all goes well, we'll be back to do this again with you tomorrow. To everyone who won a prize today, send an email to engage@thedailyhour.com. We will be in touch with you this week to collect your winnings. Thank you so much to every last partner, past and present, who contributed to the giveaways that we will be sharing with our audience members who were successful today. And we may just send some loyalty stuff to some other folks as well. So we know who's been tuned in from day one. She's Teray Tall. She's Maya Palacio. I'm Jamel Hartman. Please do make it a safe and a great day. Don't forget, Curtis Dickinson is live with us tomorrow. Yeah, should be interesting. Be nice to him, Teray. Peace.
Bye.